Previously on Legend of the Flaming Heteros.
Even in death.
It's
a great place.
I just imagine at this point that once they've been obliterated and there's like chunks left over, that along comes this like really like posh man with a sweeping brush and like sweeps up the rest of the meat. Like, this will go well in the this will go well in the garden.
Yes, let's say that happened.
I need to build a new extension.
Yeah.
Well, if I notice this mid smooch, can I flick my tongue out for a quick taste?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
What is
Sleight
with
of
your
tongue.
characters and tasting things?
He looks like Boomslang. I've told you about Archie. He looks like Archie Madden. What does he look like? Yeah, like what does he look like to you? Do you see like a really ugly bard?
So, did you say bard or bird?
Bard, the human
If
bard.
Archie Maron looks like a really ugly bird with really beefy arms.
That could work.
I feel like if anyone's tried to get inside, it will have been Eland with his Chaos
Oh yes,
Emerald.
yes. It was
You
quite.
tried the Chaos Emerald?
Oh no, he built this little submarine. No one quite understood how it was supposed to get him in there. He was going to post a submarine through the letterbox, but I there wasn't even a letterbox. He just built a submarine for a letterbox.
Good evening! And welcome back to Science and Sorcery, the non-queer edition. No, I'm kidding. We are still queer. Welcome back. We are the Legend of the Flaming Heteros, after all, and that has nothing to do with our character sexuality. This is a show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons. We are back with our campaign, and we're storming the castle. Couple of quick announcements first. If you've watched any of our videos during June, you may have been aware we were raising money for some amazing charities as part of our Pride Month specials. And I am very happy to say we raised a total of £400. So thank you so much if you donated. Air horns, once again, someone give me an air horn. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, if you can't tell, Sam's back from being fired. I've handed production back over to him for the time being. Yes, so £300 will go to the Women's Research Center and BGLTQ Plus Student Center at University of Central Oklahoma. £100 will go to the Transformations Project. And one lucky donor is going to win some free merch from us, from our Redbubble shop. Probably a t-shirt. They'll get to pick the design, and it will be announced on Twitter tomorrow. So if tomorrow you don't win something, go to Redbubble and buy things instead with your own monies. And that's pretty much it. Except next week. Next week some special things are happening. We'll be here on Monday as usual, but on the... It's Friday now, isn't it, Sam?
Yes. Wait,
Yes.
yes. I think
Friday,
so. Yeah.
I think at 2 p.m. We will double check that for you. We are doing something joint with the RP Geeks over on their channel. They're going to have a special RP Geeks channel for it, I believe. Because Sam and I are going to be at the big conference in Belfast to teach people about using TTRPGs for science communication. And Ali and Simon from the RP Geeks are going to be doing it online. So if you want to tune in, then you can watch, you can help influence a game. We're going to be playing a game that Shamani and I believe Khalil helped create. So it's going to be fun. Very excited. Be sure to tune in for that.
And the game is
kind
of made for chaos. So when you
Yes.
put these people playing it, it's going to be beautiful.
Can I just very quickly mention as well as watching it for the online stream, we're also looking for people to play.
Yes.
So on our Twitter feed, we had a Google form that you can go to if you want to play. And there's 5 places. There's not very many, but that will give you a chance to play along with Ali online.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, and if you're at Bake, you also get a chance to play, but you have to be quick because it's just going to be whoever shows up and punches Sam in the face first.
That's the rules, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. Sam's the one who decided that for some reason. I didn't question it.
Highlander thing.
Possibly. Right. Merch. Yes, Velocilobster merch. I promised it. It's in the works. I talked to the artist today. He started painting on the wrong side of the paper. I don't even know what that means. But it's coming soon. It looks awesome. Yeah, it'll be here soon. And hopefully next month, even more merch. But we'll tell you about that later. Alex, we're storming a castle. Over to you.
Okay. So, as the intro is getting ever more abstract than what's included, where we let, and that's not an insult to you, Sam. It just makes it more entertaining for our audience at home to try and work out what the hell's going on. Yes. So previously, our party had met up, had visited the Old World Society, where they had briefly been deceived by a supervillain going by the name of Professor Vengeance, going under the name of Dr. Doombarns, entirely brilliant disguise, and then he decided to go off to the castle on the rock, which is where was Doomthrall's traditional citadel. But having to go to the front entrance and not finding any gateways, they decided to head beneath, and that's where we finished. Now, the flaming heteros wind their way through the crowds around the castle on the rock, dodging the fearful perils of prowling, sticky children before they make their way to the catacombs entrance. They use their battle-honed skills to avoid the lizard man tour guide and slip through a door in which is engraved in the dread script known as Papyrus. Door is inoperable due to unknowable cosmic forces. Do not attempt to use as a fire exit. Yet, as the four approach it, the door swings open almost as in anticipation of their arrival. And there are sort of strange reverberations of energy as the sound of ancient arcane locks coming undone on a door that has not opened in eons. Yet it is no dank sewer or grim crypt that they find themselves in, but rather the winding corridors of a luxury hotel that has been left too long abandoned. The stale air, full of dust, and the beds unmade. It's somewhat musty, and yet somewhere inside, presumably, must await Lord Doomthrall, and with his death, a way home. So, just to sort of contextualize, you basically come into this little entrance. There is a sort of corridor heading down ahead of you to a large, sort of like hangar door almost at the end of this corridor. And there are three routes off each side that appear to lead to what you're guessing are like the hotel rooms in various directions, but that they're all slightly ahead of you at this point.
Well, at the mention of unknowable cosmic powers on the sign on the door, Boomslang kind of involuntarily gets a little bit excited. You hear a creak.
So
Sorry. I was going to say, this seems suspicious. It might be trapped.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a trap.
Why does it
100%.
look like a hotel?
Don't know.
Wait, that's the weirdest thing you've seen today?
No, but it's very unexpected, isn't it?
as you are sort of like sitting there pondering this, you see a figure sort of like hop along next to you, and as it sort of gets closer, you realize it sort of resembles basically like an inflatable fabric person. It's like, hi, I'm a Hobmadod. I would like to welcome you to the grand waiting area for access to the castle on the rock. How may I help you today?
I'm sorry, what is their
This is a thing called a Hobmadod, which I may or may not have stolen from a recent Critical Role arc.
name? Okay.
How wait? So reminder. How big are they?
They're like the size of a small person.
Okay.
Like
So just
small
small enough to
human,
be
I
creepy.
should say. Probably about like 5 foot and change.
And did you say that like an inflatable person? Or
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So they're a balloon, basically.
Yeah, I mean, sort of like they're made of like fabric. So probably
Like an air mattress, but in human form.
kind of like those weird like inflatable people they have outside like car sales places in America.
Yeah.
like that is how I'm picturing them.
Okay.
But just
Cool.
if they were an actual functioning person somehow.
Perfect.
This is unsettling.
Coming out of the game for just a second, Alex, I think your microphone might not be the right input. It's definitely... Oh no, it looks as though it is actually coming in through the Yeti. It just seemed as though it might be coming in through your laptop, but
I'll move a bit closer, maybe that will help.
that seems a wee bit better.
So what
Okay.
is this inflatable fabric person said again?
He's basically just like welcoming you to the castle on the rock, and just asking how it can help.
Do you know why that door opened?
No, she hasn't opened in a really long time. Like I don't actually remember.
She hasn't opened in a really long time. Did you say?
I think I said.
Oh.
I also heard she.
I've heard she as well. Like,
Okay.
I'm not convinced, but
Maybe it was the
There's no
psychic
agenda.
echoes. Maybe it was the
Okay,
psychic echoes
I
of
will say that
of Boomslang thinking about.
out of character, I did
babe.
mean it, even if I said she.
Suspicious.
So it hasn't opened in thousands of years, you say, and suddenly, I mean, of
Well,
course, obviously.
They just said a very long time. There was no mention of thousands of years.
Well,
Oh, sorry,
I
that
mean-
was invention.
Oh, don't be technical. It's
I have a
fine.
fairly rudimentary construct, and I actually have maxed out my internal chronometer, so I have no idea beyond that it's more than 1,000.
Okay, so it is thousands, right? My bad.
Maybe millions. I don't know. I am.
and
very
you
basic.
you said that there's like a hallway lined with doors, like hotel rooms. Is that what you
Yes.
said? Yeah.
So there's basically you're in the kind of like central trunk corridor at the minute, and there's sort of 3 corridors off on each side.
So,
Okay.
what is Lord Doom for All expecting us?
I do not actually know where Lord Doomfall is. I have not received any instructions beyond my base programming about his whereabouts.
Well, you can't help us then, can you?
Do you know which of the doors to take?
I mean, I am a fairly rudimentary construct. I cannot direct you to something I do not know the location of. There are some guests possibly still in residence. I have not checked on them in a long time.
Cool, so they're probably dead. Okay.
Do you
Either that,
know-
or we should probably knock.
Well, do you know which rooms these guests would be staying in if they're still here?
Well, I can inform you that if you look to the rooms on your right, these are the advanced rooms, which are capable of adapting themselves to the specific habitary requirements of beings who are less able to exist in a regular air environment. The rooms or have otherwise special requirements. The rooms to our right are more standard rooms that can accommodate basic oxygen breathing or otherwise air breathing entities who require such things as normal gravity or not poison.
So,
Right.
so if we go on one side, we're gonna drown, or we're gonna suffocate, or we're gonna be poisoned.
So maybe the left's a better bet.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, right sounds fun. It's like a roulette. We find out what happens.
I do love a
don't want
gamble.
to be annoying, but if this thing hasn't been serviced in maybe millions of years, how do we know that they're actually... Maybe they've got right and left the wrong way around? I don't know how robots work, but...
Well, there's only one way to find out.
There
We
is
know
a
the reverse.
considerable chance
got
that
a
I will
point.
have fundamental errors in my programming after this amount of time without service. However, I think I'm right.
Okay,
So they might be wrong.
good to know.
Okay. 50-50.
All right, so
Are
she's
there
in this
any-
game show style then.
So there are. I will just to make it a bit easier for you. There are 9 rooms on the right-hand side, which are the adaptive rooms. They go from room 14 to 22, and there are 13 rooms on the left, which are the kind of standard rooms.
And are there any keyholes on any of these rooms that we can look through?
Ordinarily, these would be accessed by the teleportation network. Unfortunately, that has been out of service in unknown amount of time.
Okay, so whoever's in them is definitely dead, but that doesn't mean we can't still talk to them, because no one can ever leave Melbourne.
Well, beings visiting this place are often of negotiable mortality, so who knows?
Okay, then maybe they're alive, but regardless, they'll be in the rooms, hopefully. Unless they can leave them somehow.
Right. But
So are we?
there's no.
No, on you go, Boomslang.
No, you go.
Are we going to knock on one of the doors? Like, I just want. Like, we're standing around talking about this for ages, but we only have so much time. So, how many doors on each side? Was it?
So there
13
are
on
9
one,
on the
9 on the
right
other.
and 13 on the left. So there are 22 total.
Okay, I want to knock on the 7th on the right.
7th on the right.
Oh, before we do anything, did the door shut behind us, or is it still open?
It seems to be.
The magic.
It's shut behind you, but it doesn't seem to be locked behind you.
Okay.
Okay, 7th on the right. So that would
Yep.
be room 21, I believe. Okay, so let's get a pen so I can actually note these off as I go. So how are you going into this room? Are you knocking? Are you just barging your way in?
I would like to knock, not quite loud, like on the first attempt.
Okay. There's no response.
There's no response, folks. What do you reckon? Should we just knock the door down or try another one?
Well, given that this is the side with potentially poison, maybe we should all put our fumigation masks on that we got from Alex Plandow?
So
Yes.
I didn't have one, but I think Boomerang, you gave me.
You can have
yours.
mine because I've got this. And I pull on the rubber mask that Vengeance was wearing to disguise themselves as an old man. So it's like a stretched, like the rubber mask that Johnny Knoxville wore for Bad Grandpa. That, but like stretched over a reptilian head, so like all distorted. It kind of looks like at the beginning of Men in Black when the bug is stretches his face back. Also, I'm immune to poison and disease, so.
That's probably more pertinent to the situation.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Boomslang, you look unsettling.
Thanks.
Okay, so these are sort of like sliding doors, and
I don't know why that's funny.
I don't either. In this case, the sort of you can sort of push it open. It doesn't appear to be sealed. So inside, let's just say everyone make an Arcana check to see, or nature maybe.
I'm not great at either. I'm not the smartest guy.
I'm
But
the
I rolled well.
dumbest we established earlier.
I rolled well, so I got a 9.
16.
I
Dagmar?
got a 7. Sorry.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so You. So who got a 16? Okay. So Dream thinks that she/they may have heard of it. Sorry, slight joke for us before the stream. So you're immediately all hit with the smell of mold. So this room, it turns out, has a huge tank situated in the middle of it, and inside that tank is what you're guessing at some point was a huge brain the size of like a car, with like electrodes sticking to some kind of fluid. However, at this point, the fluid seems to have long evaporated off, and like the walls are covered in mold and stuff. So this is Dream recognizes an elder brain, a very long dead elder brain, which is like the kind of overlord of the sort of the mind flayers, the sort of like tentacly psychic horrible things.
Wow, they're dead.
Yeah, looks it.
I think so. Yeah.
That's a shame. They're an elder brain. They could have been useful.
Well, not anymore. Well, things could be useful though. Are there any like kind of cupboards or anything in this hotel room? Little nightstand.
Okay, make a investigation check.
That's when I roll badly. When I do something I'm good at. 13.
Okay. All you can find in this room is there's like basically what you're guessing is like the mind flare equivalent of like a suitcase, and it's filled with like it's basically spares of the big metal prongs that were sort of like going into the tank. So you can, if you wish, add.
Yeah. Do they look sharp?
To your inventory.
Do they look sharp?
Not especially. They're just
do they have wires attached?
Yeah, they've got like little what's it called? Like this sort of Tesla coil thing, kind of on one end, and it just like
okay, that could be interesting. Cool, thanks.
And sort of just a fairly blunt copper shaft on the other end.
Gotcha.
And nothing else in here. That's all that we can find.
Yeah, it's mostly just covered in like mold in this room.
Lovely. Lavinia's gonna move back out into the corridor and is just listening at all of the doors to see if she can hear anything behind any of them.
Okay, make me a perception check, please.
6.
Okay, so you would hear sounds coming, even with the 6, from 14, 15, 4, and 17.
Okay. All right, I'll relay that information to my friends. Should we try one of those?
Do we think the people in these rooms are going to be friend or foe?
I mean, if we knock politely, maybe we'll find out.
Okay, and I'm going to take out the lyre and strum it and see what happens.
Oh, talk about the liar.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Natural 20.
Okay. So,
Yes.
I think you would hear a noise from door 2.
Oh.
That wasn't on the list, was it?
There.
No.
No. No, but I've had a bit of an ear infection since I think I burst my eardrum when we did the fire vape at like the bush.
No.
Yeah. Hated when that happens.
We need to get earplugs for the next gig.
We really should. We really should. I mean,
It's hard for me because I sense sound through vibrations in the ground. So, I mean, maybe I could wear softer shoes. Thick
I'm
socks.
worried if I wear earplugs, I won't hear it when the sharks suddenly attack someone.
Yeah, so it's a reasonable worry.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they have
something
done
happened
that
in room
before.
2.
Well, I mean, if you just set someone's trousers on fire, I don't think they're going to be friendly to us.
They won't know it's us though. We
Yeah,
could
why
be
would they know it's
the
us?
we could be the trouser repair concierge.
TRC.
I don't wear trousers, so this isn't really my problem.
I wear leather trousers, so famously not flammable. Anyway, I don't know what's our strategy on approaching someone whose pants have recently caught fire.
I could offer them a nice piece of fruit.
Can I offer you some fruit in this trying time?
You can rub it on the wounds, but except it's lemon.
Is the fruit
So
that
I-
had randomly decided like that, Alex?
I can't remember.
It just says
Several
perfect
months-
and non-magical, so and tropical.
I think it's funnier if it's random. So just
yeah. We'll do random.
so some people do rule of cool in their games. I just do rule of whichever's funniest.
Rule of chaos.
So yeah, Reg, you got a plan?
Yeah, well, I think that we should just like barge in the door really confidently and go, "Oh my God, your pants are on fire!" And then I'll just cast prestidigitation and put it out,
Okay.
and then
Let's go.
we will be
I got your back.
we will be on board.
Yeah.
So-
Let's do this.
So you burst into the room, and before you stands an angel, like massive, like 12-foot tall, like wings, and his just pants are on fire, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by this. Beyond slightly perplexed.
How many eyes does an angel have? Is it biblically accurate, or is it like?
Where would pants go on a being like that?
That's why I'm asking.
Well, the thing is, this angel is you think it's probably a bit of like regular angel, bit of biblical. It
Right.
basically looks like a hole in the universe shaped like the sort of the winged humankind, but it's just like light coming out that hole. But it's somehow got pants are on fire, and also
Extra
it like
bright.
there's a sense that it's looking at you from every point in its body somehow.
Yeah, covered in eyes. Good to know.
Yes. You can't see the eyes, but you feel the eyes.
Yeah.
Reg, go.
So, yeah, cast in. Oh my God, I can see your pants are on fire. Prestidigitation and
and
snuffed it out.
I'd like to help with this deception by being like housekeeping. Sorry, emergency.
Make a deception check, I guess.
Can I have advantage because we're both trying? Please.
I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Oh, nice. I rolled low.
Sorry, I
and
just
high.
got unexpectedly given a burger, so I'm trying to eat it surreptitiously. But
That's a 23.
23. Okay. Okay. I have not encountered so-called room service in eons. What brings you to my room, such as when my pants do catch on fire? A most unexpected event.
Unexpected. That's why our team exists. My colleague Reg here is an excellent pant fire mitigator.
We're from a little known company called the TRC, and we are on hand for any sort of instantaneous garment burning instances. Words don't work in our company very well, but we
We like
barge
to,
through to come and
move
help.
away from the terminology like spontaneous combustion because it really it gives people a bad association. We like to use the phrasing that my colleague used.
I must admit to be most confused by this situation, as angels wear only clothes that can survive the heat of 10 billion suns. Thus, for them to ignite spontaneously is unforeseen.
Perhaps there's some sort of miracle happening in this room today. I feel like we've arrived in the right place.
Lavinia is outside, just out of sight of this angel at this point, just slowly banging her head against the wall.
And I'm like,
Teresa is just
really
very confused at this whole interaction. Like, what? What's going on?
I'm trying to like play up to everything that Reg says. I'm like reacting, kind of like, oh my god.
Your aid is much appreciated in this matter. So says Quintrillion.
Quintrillion, pleasure to meet you. My name's Boomslang, and this is my colleague Reg.
It is nice to meet you, mortals.
What brings you to this hotel, which we did not know was a hotel?
I am awaiting an appointment with Lord Doomforall on behalf of the celestial powers.
Oh, but we don't really have access to his schedule, just being contractors. We got a beep on our sending stones, and we heard there was an emergency, so we don't really. Yeah, we'd love to get an appointment with him as well. We've got some things we'd like to raise about the ongoing tender.
I was told to await his summons. I have been waiting 13 million years at this point.
Very patient.
I am an angel. I can wait for eternity.
But is this guy really worth waiting for eternity? Like, what's his deal?
That is above my pay grade.
Sorry, so first of all, good afternoon, your angelness. So sorry for my my colleagues. They're a bit excitable whenever garments catch on fire. Why did the Celestials send you to talk to Lord Doomforall?
They wished to negotiate passage through Melded.
Oh, well, you don't want that. You just get stuck here, just like us.
That was not the case.
Millions of years ago, or?
When I was sent here, Melded was difficult to enter and exit without sufficient power behind you, but with power such as the Celestials behind you, it should be perfectly achievable. My angelic senses tell me that this is no longer the case and that something has changed.
That's probably Lord Doomforall.
Yeah, not even the dead can leave now.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's getting crowded. I've left more universes than you've had hot dinners. Well, because you probably don't eat as an angel. But I
have had 0 hot dinners.
You've got to try it. I think at this point we should leave us on the rock and take the angel out for a dinner.
Everything it touches just evaporates in its hand.
Well, we do. Gollum Ramsay is a very good cook. I'm sure he'd be happy to make a meal for Quintrillion. Would you like to leave the hotel if you've been waiting this long? You could go to the zoo.
Make a persuasion check.
A persuasion check? 8.
He seems somewhat baffled by this suggestion. But my task is not complete.
Well, no, but it's Lord Doomforall's very difficult person to pin down.
We're going to kill him, so you're not going to be able to actually speak to him at one point.
I was going to say, actually, there's 2 of them, and one of them might not be here. He might actually be outside. So if you need to talk to one of them, then wandering around Melded, you might run into one of them. Whereas stuck in this room, I very much doubt he will show up.
He sort of like you see this sort of like this like shape of living light just furrow its brow in contemplation somehow, despite the fact you can't actually see the brow. I
Lots
declare.
of tiny little brows and all the little eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Everything just crinkles slightly. I was not in any way told to protect Doom for all. Thus, I declare it to be so, that should you kill him, I will have a hot dinner.
That's very exciting. Okay.
Yeah, because if he, were to stop living for some reason, surely your quest would be over.
Indeed.
Freedom.
All right. More reason to kill him now.
We are the good guys.
Murdering someone so someone can have lunch.
Dinner, Alex!
Yeah, we think of others all the time.
Heroes.
Yes.
You wouldn't by any chance, if you were, as a incredibly wise ancient being, if you were tasked with killing someone who has an incredibly powerful artifact which allows them to leave Melded, the only person who can leave, do you have any tips?
There's sort of like a pause in the silence while there were meetings in the celestial realms about how one would stop a being as powerful as Doomfall. And it was concluded that they did not know the source of his power and thus could not work out how to counter it without further study.
Right.
I would suggest hitting him with lots of really bad stuff.
I mean, I think that was our plan.
What, like poorly written fiction? beat him to death with an airport novel.
I have not attempted this.
We'll give it a try. Thank you
I
very
think
much.
I've got some jazz somewhere.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with jazz.
I like jazz. We all
Jazz
love
is superb.
jazz here. This is why Sam keeps getting fired everywhere.
So this, this this venture into this room was fairly fruitless.
What are you talking about? It's great.
We learned some stuff. We fulfilled our contractual obligation to our company that is called
TLC.
TLC.
That's the one.
Because that's who we are and that's our job. Pleasure. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir.
I will be sure to review your Yelp page.
Yelp and Melded is just, you go to it's just a room and there's someone in there who's just screaming the whole time.
Yep.
Then you yell at them your review of businesses and they yell it back.
That sounds about right.
Right,
So,
okay.
other doors?
14, 15, 17, and 4. We're currently at room 2, so shall we just go to 4?
Yeah, also that's one of the breathable and normal
Yes,
ones.
it
So
is.
maybe we can start easy and then go for the more exciting
All the
ones.
other ones, I think, are not breathable, so...
I mean, I'm down to get spicy.
Okay. Well, given I've got a big shield, shall I open the door just in case?
After you.
Sure. I have to go for it.
Odd knock on room 4.
You hit. Make a perception check, everyone.
I'm gonna use a different dice. This is being terrible.
So that is another natural 20 from me. Up to 29.
A rather natural 2, so it's not my dice's fault.
11.
Well, it's my dice's fault, but it's all of their faults.
It's a
Okay,
12.
you hear what sounds kind of like traffic, but like really quiet and squeaky, like tiny horns being like. "Meow."
See if this is little clown cars.
Maybe it's someone playing with a model train set. You
Okay.
can try the door. What kind of door is this? Is this also a sliding door?
Yeah, they're all sliding doors.
Oh, okay. Try to slide it open.
Okay, so you immediately notice that slumped up against the bed in this room is the skeleton of a dwarf. What you notice secondly about the skeleton of a dwarf is that through it has been built like a tiny little city by tiny little robots that you can just see. They're kind of shaped a bit like spiders. And you notice a few of them up on some of their little tiny robot spider skyscrapers are like, "Welcome outsiders." They're like unfurling a little banner, which to them is enormous, but it's like about that big.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Oh, look at the children.
No, they're not children. They're
Oh, are they not?
Spider bots. The spider bots.
Right.
I'm
Well,
gonna
that's
get down
weird.
on all fours and like try and non-threateningly just kind of take a closer look.
I like the idea of just a non-threatening looming cobra.
No, I'm not a loom. I'm
Plastic
not.
mask
Exactly.
pulled over its head.
I don't look like a looming cobra. I look like a looming, stretched old man.
oh,
It's
that's very unsettling.
Fortunately for you, these small spiders seem to have no concept of human horror. Well, fortunately for them, perhaps.
It's a 1T thing.
And there's like, you see one of the little spiders come up with a little tiny megaphone. It's like, "Greetings, outsiders! We have long anticipated that visitors from the outer worlds may come to visit us in our little city."
Yes, we have come. How long has your civilization been awaiting outsiders?
We think it was approximately 70 million years ago.
These numbers
Since
just keep going
our
up.
great father died, and he sort of gestures up to the skeleton of the dwarf. Our creator created us, and then we were kind of stuck in this room, so we built our civilization here.
Wow, so he created you and then kind of was physically the basis of your empire. Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, we are an anti-colonialist species. We believe strongly in not forming empires and such, but in broad
Good.
principle, yes.
Good, I respect that. And I put out a fist very gently for a fist bump.
Tiny little, like, and it's like the size of like.
Yeah, I'm like holding my fists very still.
Yeah.
I'm very dexterous.
Yeah. You get the tiniest, like, faintest brush of a fist bump.
Our next campaign is gonna be in the dwarf skeleton city.
So I turn to the others and I say, I mean, they don't know about anything outside this room, so they probably can't help us. But, like, do we want to blow their minds by, like,
No
telling them about the
vaping
stuff?
at them.
No! No, we've still got that one to try, haven't we? But no,
I've got 2.
like, if they don't know about anything outside this room, we could absolutely, like, warp their entire worldview with just, like, telling them about even just the closest thing outside that door.
I'm just gonna grab Boomslang and gently pull him away and whisper, I don't think ethically, from an ethical standpoint, that would be very good anthropology. I think we should let their society be as it is.
Meanwhile, Reginald wants to pick one up and put it in his pocket.
You just hear, I have been chosen.
I'll add that to my inventory.
Okay, so one spider nanite.
Oh god. We found this lovely anti-colonial civilization, and here we are.
Well, here's Reginald. Dream is not involved in this.
Reginar is whatever the name of that guy is who first discovered the Andaman Islands and then, like, created the plague.
Yeah.
How is there any indication as to how these spider robots reproduce?
Make a Arcana check, I guess, or an investigation.
19.
So it looks like they basically have like stripped out like the metal fittings from the room and have used those to like construct both their city and the extra spider bots.
So no eggs.
No.
I have to check with these things.
Were you hoping for eggs or not?
I was hoping for eggs.
Lavinia's
I keep forgetting I gave you that.
Lavinia's gonna take out the bag of screws which she has in her possession, and she's just gonna put it on the ground so they kind of spill out, and then just gonna shove everyone else towards the door and close it behind her.
And then you just say, "Thank you. It is truly a gift from beyond."
Wait, weren't you just telling me?
We can't tell them anything, but it doesn't mean we can't give them a bit more metal. You were gonna tell them something like about you were gonna show them a picture of your girlfriend or something, and literally blow
How did you guess? Well, I was gonna start small, tell them about, like little things like cats and
Hot dinners.
Yeah. They're tiny metal spiders. What do they know about that stuff? I thought it'd be the gift.
Nothing, and we should leave them in their ignorance.
Sure. I'm sure they won't question why the metal you gave them is in certain shapes. I'm sure it's fine.
But everyone can use a bit of guidance from IKEA. This brings them closer to her.
Reginald,
Wait.
That's colonial. That's colonial thinking.
I think they're just going to use the screws I left them to make more spiders. And given that someone has a tendency of stealing things,
I mean, that could be all of us.
We at this point flash forward 10,000 years to tiny wars happening inside.
Lavinia, blissful ignorance.
Fighting over the control of these Allen keys and screws.
I will say at this point, Reginald hears from his pocket, "What's a cat?"
Takes it out. BS?
A cat. Sorry, one sec. A cat.
Truly, the gods have crazy powers.
Yes, I am all powerful. A cat
This is why I didn't want you talking to them.
A cat is a tiny furry psychopath that sometimes lives in your house and the rest of the time lives outside and wanders around hating on stuff.
See, the first thing you wanted to tell them about
Dream
is
just
things that
stares at you.
them, and also Dream is right there.
No, they're not a cat. They're tabaxi. Very different.
I'm a cat.
Just
Dream
like I'm
is
not a
also a
snake.
murderous being that lives in our house, and sometimes she's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
they're
some
great.
respect.
I'm sorry. I misspoke. That was. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was out of order. My bad.
I like to become more sociopathic than psychopathic, personally.
I know, and you've said before, and I should listen. I'm really sorry. I'll try and do better.
Okay.
At this
You
point,
didn't hear nothing.
Spider Robot name. Didn't it? Tiny Spider Robot, do you have a name?
So whilst we're trying to figure this out, like Reginald's just like talking to the spider, we're going, now this is what we call chaos, and we love this, right? So like, take it all in.
You see it get out a tiny little metal notebook and nanosecond.
The gods love chaos.
I love that Reginar is trying to form a father-child relationship with this metallic thing instead of finding his real child who is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
This was a choice. That was an accident.
So,
We will adopt your tiny metal spider.
Tiny metal spider is going to get murdered by Reginar Jr. at some point.
Yeah. Or they'll both realise that life is better without Reginar in it and just both leave together.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
They both joined the Archie Marin fan club.
Yeah. So the little the nanite spider just gives its name as like a long list of incomprehensible syllables.
Oh, one.
Is my name.
I'm going to call you Echo in the Cave. There you go. Your astral name's Echo for sure.
Was that Echo or Edgar?
Echo. I mean, it could be Edgar, but no, I'm going all to basking names. It's a thing in a geographical thing.
Just Edgar in the Cave.
Maybe Edgar for nickname.
Okay. Echo in the Cave is the name of your tiny spider nanite.
Nice. Love it.
Right, well, we've
Great.
really not gotten very far.
No.
Great divine
Will it go?
Reginar, can I take a tiny fragment of metal? For I wish to make myself a little cat.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to give 1 gold to the spider.
I like
Gold cat.
the size of like a football pitch relative, not a football pitch, but like it's pretty big compared to that thing. It's like just like scrapes off just like a tiny little corner and just like, I will make with this a golden cat. And then it goes into your pocket.
I say, oh, wait, let me show you this golden snake. And I get my snake-headed purse out and I start feeding gold coins into it. I don't have the sound effect handy to me, but like it's not going to be crazy. Like it's just like I'm going to wear it like a kind of feather boa, but it's a giant metal snake.
This raises many theological questions for me, and I am now going to hide from it.
Valid.
I hold the snake's head up and go, bye-bye. So, which one of these doors is going to get us to bloody Doom for all?
Well, if these are all hotel rooms...
All we've learned is that gods are scared of it. Which is pretty scary.
And some people consider us to be gods, which is, I think, heresy, but...
No, it's perfectly reasonable.
Is the inflatable guide still around?
Pardon?
Is the inflatable welcome person still around?
I mean, he's only like 1 room down from where you are now, because you're pretty near the entrance right now.
Is there a door that leads deeper into the castle?
Yeah, so there was... Yeah,
I thought we had to find the one room.
Yeah. There's actually
The worst hotel guests ever.
People's rooms. I wasn't gonna stop you. So there's 2 other exits apart from going to the hotel rooms. Well, it's not strictly true. There are 4, in fact. There's one that appears to go into a larger, more technical room that you can't quite see. There's one that has an open door. And these are sort of on the left-hand side past it. That appears to have 6 more of the Hodmadods waiting inside. There is a ramp that seems to go up to the next level. And there is... At the end of the corridor you were initially in, there's like a huge, like, hangar door type thing.
Do we think he has a bedroom here, Lord Doomforall?
He'll probably have his own, probably in the penthouse, no?
Well, I'm just thinking, because if we wanted to find a more direct path, say, to him, I do have a spell for that.
Well, I mean, that is what we're trying to find.
You know, Lavinia, you really need to bring these things up at the beginning.
Look, you suggested we go look in the hotel rooms, and we did, and now you have a new friend named Echo.
Although we haven't looked
Who
in
has
any of
a
the really
cat.
weird ones, have we?
I think
No,
we
just
should
a
keep
dried up
Boomslang away
brain.
from those.
I mean, we could split up. Leave them behind in the rooms.
Famous last
We could
words.
always do that. Okay, Alex, would I be able to use the spell Find the Path to find a path to Lord Doomforall's, quarters? Because it has to be a specific fixed location that I'm familiar with on the same plane of existence.
You are not familiar with that.
No, right? That would make things difficult. But it's a concept I'm familiar with.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if that's how it works. No? Cool. Alright, never mind.
Besides, there's all this nonsense I built for you. I'm not going to give you a shortcut through it.
Should we have a look? One more door here. Maybe the big one's over there, and then maybe just check out the other levels. Or we could have a look in that tech room or whatever. We could do a couple, but
Someone's trying to sell us followers.
Oh, again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
only
thank you.
difference we've noticed of becoming affiliates is now people want to sell us followers.
No, go away. Don't want you.
So there's the tech room. There was the room that had all of the Hodmadods in.
Yep.
There was the big hangar door.
Yep. And there was the ramp up to the next
The
level.
ramp. So my vote would go for the tech room or the Hodmadods. But happy with
I reckon
it.
tech room. The Hodmadods don't seem
Helpful.
very useful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not all there.
they've admitted that their information is probably inaccurate, so...
All right, let's check out this
Tech room.
this techie looking room.
Okay. So,
So how does it look techie from the outside?
I mean, it's basically it's sort of slightly off to the side of the rooms, and it is like they are sort of clearly they look like hotel rooms. So this is kind of set up just it has like a staff only sign on it, and it's there's like a small kind of slatted window that seems to view into some kind of platform within with sort of glowing squares on the ground.
Ooh, it's a dance mat.
Someone new is in the room. Hi, we are playing
Yo.
Dungeons and Dragons and currently making our way through a castle that also appears to be a hotel.
mean, the
It's
hotel's
chaos.
We
In a
thought we were
surreal
going in
city
through the
between
sewers.
universes.
We're going in through the sewers, but it's not sewers, it's a hotel, which is weird. When I brought this up earlier, no one seemed to think it was weird, but...
It is
mean,
weird, but then the whole of Melded has been
For Melded, it's
weirdest-
practically mundane.
It's true. I mean,
As long as
last time
not
we
got
were in the
spirit clouds
sewers, there
in
were
it.
clowns, okay?
Yeah.
I was expecting more clowns.
When they should be
So
pleasant.
we're going,
Boomslang puts the mask back on.
are we going into this tech room?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
So I would say that, but it's locked.
Oh,
I'm going to
Smash.
cast Shatter and just.
Stand back.
Just that's gonna wide radius.
okay.
And it has to be centered on a point you can see, which means we're all within the radius.
Okay, so
Back up.
Take a few steps back up. Like I told you,
what is the range on Shatter?
I think it's 20-foot sphere.
It's 20-foot rate. I think
Yeah.
it's 20-foot.
10-foot radius.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 feet.
Oh, yeah,
Lavinia
10
was
feet
just
back.
gonna smash it with her warhammer, but I guess we're casting spells.
Okay, so you just like detonate a hole in the side of this room.
Perfect, exactly what I'm looking for.
It's like an anime style, like smoking, perfect circular doorway now.
Why?
Basically,
Okay, I'm gonna scoop up any like tiny little scraps of metal and put them in my top pocket next to Edgar Echo.
truly you have gifted me with a wealth beyond imagining.
I love Echo.
I love this little spider.
So if we kind of peek round this smoking crater of a door,
Okay.
What do we see?
So, what you see within that space is what would have been a computer until a few seconds ago, and now is just exploded circuit boards and whatever.
I know that's a
all the-
really fun spell to cast, Reg.
It's so fun.
and
But
and
if we'd just
the glowing
broken down
panels
just
have
the door,
gone out.
if
You
we
broke the
broken
dance
just
mat.
the door, we'd have been able to see what all of this was about instead of it just looking like a pile of debris.
And the dance mat's not working anymore. Like,
I feel like that's for the best. I feel like that
I
was
do
not
agree
gonna
with
end.
that.
Yeah.
Actually, last time you were dancing, there was a lot of fire damage.
and radiant.
So nothing that we can see of use in this room anymore. If I take a look
We'll make an
in,
investigation check just on the off chance.
Can I assist with that?
Sure.
that's 16.
Okay. Was it 16 at advantage? That was.
Oh, I'll do it again. No, 28.
Dang. Okay. So you.
Oh, I have lost your audio, folks, just in case I can hear you.
Oh no.
Still hear
It's
you.
okay on stream.
Let's talk shit about Sam.
I can hear you again now. So 28 it was, sorry.
Okay. So with a 28, you somehow find the little fragment of computer that was labeled teleport relay control circuit.
Well, now it's definitely broken.
Yeah.
Ah,
And you can have your heart's content of tiny transistors and such.
that could have been useful.
I guess everyone here is stuck in these rooms until.
They die.
Well, we've been able to open the rooms from the outside, which does that just mean they can't be opened from the inside?
I think no, because the people here are waiting for an appointment. Like they're, that's why.
If you're
that's
in
why
a
they're here.
hotel, surely you'd leave and go, to the dance floor, for example. You don't just stay in your room the whole time.
True. Maybe it's like a prison, but then people are here willingly. I don't know.
I mean, the dungeons in castles do tend to be prisons, in my experience.
But
Make-
none of them seem keen to leave.
Make?
Make an intelligence check. Let's go for just a
Just a straight intelligence check.
yeah.
Oh, that is going to be a 17.
Okay, so as you piece this together,
She's thinking so hard.
the
Nosebleed.
best fit for the things you've seen so far is this is basically like an academic conference center.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
In my head, I was like, "Is this a conference or a convention or something?" But
Yeah.
Boomslang would not.
Oh, God.
So I'll set the whole place on fire now then.
Dagmar thinks that's for the best. Lavinia probably is like, why do I know this?
I I choose to believe that like Lavinia once furnished a conference center with
Yeah,
IKEA
that
furniture.
makes sense. Yeah. Oh, they were so boring. Oh, I hate minimalism. It wasn't even minimalism. It
careful,
was
careful.
brutalist. Oh, it was a crime. Almost. Oh god, it just keeps going like that for a while. She's getting 8 intelligence. This took a lot for her to.
But Boomslang's gonna go over and like rub her back a little bit, just to be like, "It's all right. You're okay. You got us."
Okay, can we go somewhere else now? Not
Sure.
this
Yeah.
depressing place.
Big doors or ramp?
Ramp.
Okay.
So, as you head onto the ramp, well, I think this is probably a good time to have a break.
All right.
So,
Okay.
what we do?
So it's
5 minutes?
5 past
No one
now.
pick an amount of time. I'm not aware.
5 is fine with me.
Yeah.
5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
We'll be back at 11 past. See you soon.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Sam's fired again, everyone.
I mean,
Otherwise,
there's
don't
no
hear.
rules in what I'm allowed and not allowed to do when it comes to those halftime ads. So
What ad was it that you fired him over?
The Marinade.
Bringing shite music to life, the Archie Merritt special.
Oh yeah.
Frankly, I cannot wait until Archie at some point reappears and it turns out he's just like he's a little bit of an asshole, but he's not actually that bad.
Regular guy.
Makes friends with all the other characters.
Exactly, yeah.
Reginald gets
At that
kicked out of
point-
the party in exchange for Archie.
at that point, I will have an army of spider bots take over Melody. So
And also, I feel like we were talking in our private chat earlier about doing a bingo card for this game, and I think Sam Gets Fired is the one in the middle.
It's when someone else gets fired that you can cross off an extra.
Yeah. That's just a free space. Anyway, so the group ascend up the ramp. Obviously, the castle on the rock was built with accessibility in mind.
We love that.
Surprisingly for a Gothic-looking castle. And they find themselves in what looks more like a slightly kind of destroyed section of the castle. Everyone roll me a quick perception check, please.
Finally rolling a bit better.
dirty 20.
19. Damn it, Sam.
15 for me.
23.
Okay, so all of you just can't catch a sort of faint, distant pair of smells. One of which is curry, the other of which is weed.
Any particular kind of curry?
I thought you could say any particular kind of weed.
That's my second question.
Intergalactic shit.
I mean, it's a bit too faint to tell at this
Right,
range.
okay.
So Boomslang was thinking of taking 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as a ritual, but having smelt any kind of mind-altering substance, there's that kind of like, you know, that cartoon thing where there's like a wafting delicious smell with a hand on it, and it kind of but it grabs him by his forked tongue and is like holding him through the air and following like a balloon.
Oh dear.
Folks, like, where are you going?
Can you
He
smell that?
smells-
Can you smell that?
Yeah, but you don't have to go where the smell is because it might be
Yes,
bad.
he does.
Oh,
This is involuntary.
I
do
mean,
we have to get him out? Is he gonna die?
Possibly.
we're all
But
gonna
then
die,
Ghost
Dream.
Boomslang will be in our band instead.
Oh, okay. If he turns into a ghost, I'm gonna kill the ghost.
And then Death will show up again.
Oh, true. Death will show up. I love Death.
This goes into a very dark storyline where Dream is just murdering all her friends just to meet Death again.
Just to meet Death again, yeah.
Just completely missed the part where Death said that only the person dying can see them.
That's not gonna stop Dream. Dream's gonna live their dream.
And that's the important thing.
Right.
So-
So
Are
as a
both
reminder,
of these-
we've come up this ramp into a kind of derelict-looking floor of a castle, and is the smell of weed and curry coming from a specific direction?
So there's only two. As you get to the top of this ramp, there's only two directions in general, and one of those is like caved-in rubble. The other seems to be taking a sort of curved path to your right.
Don't
can
give
I-
Alex ideas.
And I have many ideas.
So then I would like to investigate this pile of rubble to see if there's anything interesting about it that we can see.
Okay, make an investigation check.
That is 19.
Okay.
Regina, if you find any Allen keys, can I have them?
No, they're being given to the Echo.
Those are holy objects.
You don't find any Allen keys, but you do find one of those little weird bolts that like you have to drop inside and like put the screw horizontally into.
Oh god. I hate those. Okay, you can give that one to that one's a crime against IKEA.
With a little claws.
Okay.
in them.
Oh, we're seeing sectarianism within the IKEA faith.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing keeping my desk together is those kinds of screws, and it is at any given moment about 2 shakes away from collapsing onto my feet, so I hate them.
Same.
Shakes are like hit points. The only one that matters is the last.
Yeah.
And not for me, 'cause
that
I'm
has
a
to be on
half-orc.
a t-shirt. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
More things for Alex to draw.
I mean, I've only got about 5,000. It'll be fine. I still need to get a beefy secretary bird. Anyway.
Please. I'll buy everything in the store.
Okay, I will. There'll be beefy secretary bird merch.
I'm writing this down. I'm holding you to that.
So I'm not moving very fast down the corridor.
Yeah,
It's very much a kind of like a lazy kind of following my tongue type thing. I'm not kind of sprinting away from these people.
So what I will just say before I got tangented off is that the most of this like rubble seems to have been bought here. It doesn't seem to have necessarily fallen through. It's been bought here and like cemented together.
Oh, it's the rock version of the Meat Garden Man.
Rock garden's a legitimate thing, though, right? Like, that seems. Okay. Why is this all? This doesn't ring any bells to any of you, does it? As to why there'd be someone cementing rubble in an abandoned conference center?
I'm not here.
Is
At
this
this
something
point-
No.
Lavinia would know about? Is this like a rifle?
Well, I was going to say at this
God's
point you
religion?
do hear a little voice. It's like, "Excuse me, this is some of my finest work," and you see what is basically a little. Well, when I say little, it's little compared to you guys, but big compared to normal. Like a caddisfly larvae.
Yes!
Um,
Love it.
It's like, I was making a nice apartment here, and somebody came along and being weird about my work.
It's Regina.
well, yeah.
It
I wasn't
was
being weird
Reginald,
about
yes.
it. Like, I wasn't being weird about it. Now that I see that it's like it's art, right? As soon as you get some context, like someone can explain the thinking behind why was the artist doing it, then you come to appreciate it. Yeah.
Either make a persuasion or deception check, depending on what that was.
I thought that was a pretty good save. Yeah.
That is 15.
I mean, I guess if you meant it in that context, then it's fine.
Yeah, it's great work. Like you should be very proud of yourself.
Well, thank you. I am. It even keeps the smell out a bit.
The curry smell.
Yeah.
Do you know where
There's
that's
some
coming from?
Oh, so in the middle of this floor, there's this thing called the well, I call it the big diamond brain thing, but I think it's probably got a proper name. But there's like a monster trying to feed on that.
Curry and
Diamond
weed.
brain.
Does Big Diamond Brain ring any bells for any of us?
Make some Arcana checks if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Natural 19! So that's an 18.
15.
Another nosebleed.
19.
Honestly, I've been having nosebleeds all day, and now they're not happening, and I'm slightly upset.
Just punch yourself in the face. Like,
Or like there's like horned lizards. They can squirt blood from their eyes as a defense.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
What
evolve
devil
that.
was that?
I cannot do that, but thank you for suggesting it.
Yeah.
Try harder.
Not with that attitude.
By the end of my PhD, I'll have learned that.
Yeah, that's like the final secret technique of academia.
Yeah. When your brain just implodes.
Yeah. So even with those natural 19s, like, this is not something any of you have heard of before.
Right. Does it try to eat you ever?
I mean, it doesn't ever come out of that room.
Right.
And by that room, is that like round this curved?
Yeah, if you follow the room round, then you'll get to the data nodes. I think somebody's been in there lately, but not gone inside the core room. And then there's the entrance to the big shiny brain room.
Okay, I think we need to like jog to catch up on this floating friend of ours before he gets dragged into this room. We should go in together.
Yes, I think. I mean, data nodes and shiny brain. I mean, could this be computery things?
Don't.
If there's more
can't
computers, maybe
chatter.
we shouldn't blow them up.
I've still got slots.
I've got shatter too.
Right. Yeah. Let's stop Boomslang from getting eaten by a big shiny brain.
I can't jump high enough to reach him. So if someone else can like drag him by the
You right? What are you doing?
Boomslang, did you not hear big shiny brain that's eating things?
What? There's a big shiny brain that's eating things.
You're
Is it
going
eating curry?
towards it. Yes. Or it
Well, if it's
smells
eating
like
cur-
curry, at least.
Well, if it's eating curry, then...
Maybe it eats stoners. We don't know yet.
Interesting. It wouldn't be the first time someone's tried to do that.
I mean,
The snake oil salesman was only a few days ago.
if any of
All
you-
this universe
if you
hopping,
have-
my concept
well,
of time isn't what it used to be.
I believe you, darling. Okay, shall we carefully go have a look? Instead of jumping in and potentially being crunched up by whatever kind of teeth shiny brain things have?
Sure, but also,
Sounds
like,
good.
you know, if someone's smoking in there, we're gonna stay for a bit, have a chat, you know, wait for them to
Unless
pass.
it tries to eat us.
Sure, yeah, but we don't want to be rude guests, you know.
Okay, so are you're sort of like going around the corridor at this point?
Yes.
I guess so.
We're walking, but Lavinia's holding on to Boomslang.
I like the idea you'll get one of those like things, those little toddler harnesses for Boomslang.
We might need one of those.
Oh, yeah, there's like a budget version, which is Lavinia's big hand, like on the back of my jacket, just like.
That's, yes.
So you pass through, not pass through. You pass by sort of a large, like double door entrance that looks to go into some kind of lecture hall, which would support Lavinia's revelation earlier. But the path and the smell of curry and weed, which you find is also increasingly enhanced by the smell of sweat and dubious body spray, is coming up to another set of doors ahead of you.
It's starting
is
to smell
currently
slightly
closed.
less appealing.
I don't want to go in there. My nose is too sensitive for smells.
Well, how about we go in, we grab some coffee, grab some curry, have a smoke, and then come back out and head on. You can wait outside.
I'll wait outside.
I'll see if like Tupperware or something.
Richard, what do you think?
I'm gonna come with, but I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
I think that's a smart idea. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna yank Boomslang back and pull him behind my shield,
Okay.
and then move forward. And does it open?
Yeah, the door opens. Okay, so as you enter into the room, there is a large figure sort of sat amongst. So this basically looks like a server room almost. There's just lots of like beeping LEDs and whatnot, with all like cords that seem to head into the sort of circular central area.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. I'm probably going to sneeze again.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah,
Thank
see,
you
I
for
said
doing
I
that.
had a cold coming on. But
If the chat
Um,
doesn't also say bless you, Alex is gonna keep sneezing.
yeah,
Right, that's how it works.
I mean, I might do it anyway. Who knows? But
Chaos.
so, on top of a central stack of these, you notice is a large figure about the size of, say, a Shire horse. And several things are immediately apparent. One is that they're a griffin. Two, that they have a battery-powered air purifier running next to them and a pile of books. And three, they're sort of like a slate grey griffin with sort of like hints of copper around. And they're just like, the flaming heteros, you're here at last. I was hoping you would help me deal with a problem.
You know who we are?
Of course they know who we are. We won the Battle of the Bands. Step one.
Oh, of course.
We killed Eland. That's fame-worthy.
I mean,
Sorry,
I-
who are you?
You are all fairly new to Melded, aren't you? My name is Anjashri, the Abjura Absolute. And this is a name you do vaguely recognize, but hadn't really put a, I want to say a face, but it's a bird face, which is debatably facey. So Anjashri is one of the sort of probably the most powerful wizard in the city, and is one of the few people in power who is generally attributed to have any common sense, which is frighteningly rare in Melded.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so then Boomstang will say, "Oh, sorry, it's good to meet you. I didn't know you smoked. About that problem." And I'm going to hold out a packet of Rizzler. Oh, of rolling papers of indeterminate brand.
No. Rizzler, sponsor us.
Yeah. Are we taking that dirty tobacco industry money though?
It's not just that; it's also, I guess, colonial legacy, because Rizzler was
Yeah.
founded by Napoleon's military papermaker, apparently.
I mean, most things are Napoleon's fault nowadays, aren't they?
That's a sentence.
Margarine, tinned food.
That's a new fact for me for the day. There's these sort of like goshawk eyes just sort of like stare at you, and this is a head that's probably about as large as your torso. We just stare at you as a, I will pass, thank you.
Yeah, you're meant to.
Oh, sorry. I just thought because of the is it ever...
That is what I need your assistance with.
I've got more in my bag.
Am I correct in thinking you're not the metal brain thing that's eating things in here?
No, I am not. That is what I need your help with.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was assuming, because you're not a metal brain thing.
So, it is this simple. Through this door, and gestures to a door that's sort of like parallel with the one you entered into, lies the crystalline infinitex. It is something like a sentience and something like a computer, and it is at the heart of the castle's memories and powers. A creature has got into there and is feeding upon it. And I need it destroyed. And should you destroy said creature, I should be able to get it to answer a question for each of you based on the knowledge of several universes gathered that the castle has passed through. Does this sound a fair exchange to you?
Afterwards, can we have a smoke and a curry?
Yes,
You may
Boomstein.
not want to afterwards, but
He will want to afterwards, but
this
we have the
creature,
ingredients.
this creature that is called a Rogan Josh.
Oh no.
That's it. Get out, Alex. Get out.
Joe, is that spelled Joe Joesh?
If I'm not mistaken, aren't they allied somehow with the late Eland Mask?
I mean,
They're part of
I
some
mean-
sort of conclave of apes.
I try not to contemplate such
Right.
things. It hurts my brain.
We were around Eland for too long a few days ago.
Yes, congratulations
absorbed
on
the
killing him,
knowledge
by the
too.
way. That
Yes,
did
thank
amuse
you.
me greatly.
Yes, we enjoyed doing that. Well, we should probably get Dream in here, right?
So yeah, we each get one question. Is there no scope for more, or like?
I mean, I might myself be able to answer some of your questions, but I do not possess the entire knowledge of eternity in myself.
Okay.
I think
And-
that's fair.
You work here, right? So would you be able to like sort us out with a meeting with D4A?
I have knowledge that may aid you in that regard. I think I will include that upon completion of this task.
That sounds great. That sounds very reasonable.
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
18?
So, as far as you can tell, she's not lying. She's the kind of person who doesn't tell you everything, but she's not lying about this or trying to trick
Actively
you per
leading us
se.
into a trap or
Yeah.
anything. Cool.
It's like here is my problem. You see, for the Rogan Josh, it can do more horrific damage to you the higher a certain ability score is, and therefore it hurt me quite badly last time I attempted to remove it. So I needed a different sort of skill set to help remove it.
Like what?
Well, we're a well-rounded set of tools.
Boomstang, I've told you not to comment on my weight. Like,
I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean it.
Let's say I need a more brute force approach.
Oh well, we can smash things. But I'm guessing you don't want us to destroy the metal things that are in there.
You could not destroy the Infinitex if you tried.
Oh,
Do not worry about
perfect.
that.
Regina, you can shatter as much as you want.
I mean, you
Ah.
might get
right
Rogan Josh on you.
I'll
but,
do that. I'll do that in my own time. Like,
Right, should we get Dream? Dream? Do
Hello?
you want any questions answered?
Where's the smell coming from? I hate it.
We're gonna go kill the thing that's making it. It's
Okay.
Josh.
Oh, that sounds
Apparently, it's not
horrible.
actually. Apparently, it's not actually weed and curry.
Okay,
No.
well, it stinks and I don't like it, and I'm going to hate this whole encounter. Just so you know.
I completely agree with you.
I was on board until the sweat and the body spray started coming through. Those are not notes or bouquets that you want in a weed or a curry.
I've got an idea. Dream, why don't you put on the fumigation mask you have, and then it won't smell as bad.
Okay, but it's not gonna look ridiculous.
Not as ridiculous as boom slang.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Okay, fine.
I'll put mine on as well. We'll be the Rogan Josh fumigation squad. Because really, a Rogan Josh is just a subbreed of sewer clown, isn't it? According to some schools of thought.
Dream, what is a smell that you like?
Besides blood and death.
Blood and death. She likes.
I really like strawberries. I like smell of strawberries.
Okay, well, I can use.
Okay, we need a blood death and strawberries merch as well.
Okay. The first science and sorcery vape.
Blood, death, and strawberries. Yummy.
And then we also do all of the other scents.
Yeah.
So, are we going to fight this gammon?
Yes.
I thought it was about the Josh.
Right. So do we want to do any prep before we go in? Because stuff like cast some spells. Who's feeling a little squishy? I can
Probably
give you a little bit of a pre-match kind of. So I squat down behind Reginald, so I'm kind of approaching his height, and I start giving him a quick shoulder massage, like a boxing coach does, and I'm like whispering affirmations in his ear. I'm like, "Yeah, you got this, man. Come on, yeah, you're a big tough guy." And I'm gonna cast heroism on Reg. So what that does is you're immune to being frightened, and at the start of each of your turn, you gain 4 temporary hit points as like a buffer shield on top of your hit points.
Nice.
I will also cast Bless on everyone, so at 2nd level. So you can all add a d4 to any attack roll or saving throw for the first minute of combat. So I'll do that right before.
Nice.
I'm going to cast combat. Blade Ward. Just have Sigil of Warding in the air, which extend my hand and make it appear it's in the shape of a high heel boot.
Shocking.
Okay, so let's double check that. So Reginald's got Blade Ward.
And heroism.
And so you all have heroism.
No, I cast it on Reginald.
Oh, just on Reginald.
Yeah, I can only cast it on one person to be that.
Right. And what did Lavinia cast?
Bless on everyone.
So everyone has Bless. And did you cast anything, Jazz?
No, but I still have my fire elemental cat, don't I? Is it still following me around?
When did you summon it?
Not in the first session.
I think it's probably gone away by now.
Okay. Oh, poor kitty. Okay.
But
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so
do you have mage armor or something?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I should probably cast that myself.
Yeah.
I'll cast that on myself.
okay, so that is Queen. Okie dokie. So there is a door ahead of you. Do you have a particular marching order?
I think I'll be near the front, probably.
I'll probably be second then, because I want to get up close, but I'm not as tough as Lavinia.
No.
I'll go third.
And I've got sharks.
Okay. I'll probably go back because I don't want the smell to hit me. That's the only reason.
Okay, so Lavinia sort of pushes open the door, and there's just like a blast of weedy curry sweat smell. They're just and you notice, and Joshua out the corner, like just turning up the power of the battery powered. And ahead of you, as you sort of all move into the chamber, it's basically this huge, enormous dome. And when the caddisfly creature described it as a brain, that isn't quite accurate. It looks more like a nervous system, perhaps, but it's made of like a singular piece of like intricately flowing diamond that just spreads over all the sort of surfaces of the room. And like over the central bit, there's just this massive glob of greasy orange curry, like about the size of, say, a lorry, but just sort of like wrapped around it. And in your head, you can just hear these whisperings of these inane conspiracy theories that make no sense. Kind of distracting. And for the record, you all, while you can hear those, you all have disadvantage on concentration checks because they're that terribly dumb.
Does this thing have a face that we can see?
Not. It's just like a greasy blob, as far as you can see right now. And I think this is about the time we roll initiative, though.
Oh, I have stuff for initiative. I think you all add my charisma bonus to it.
I can also give someone advantage on their initiative roll, I believe.
Or of the sentinel. Yeah, +4 to initiative for everyone.
Nice.
Why do I always roll so bad?
Advantage on initiative because my initiative's not great.
If it's any consolation. Oh wait, no, that'd be more.
Okay, nice.
This is not a very dexterous creature. You'll be surprised to hear.
Okay, I got 16.
How much time he spends at the gym? I'm shocked.
13 for me.
19.
23 for Reginald.
So it was 19 for Lavinia.
Yeah.
Okay, so Reginald is first up.
I really don't want to go near this horrible thing. What am I going to do first? So did you say that it's like part organic, part metal, based on the?
No, the Rogan Josh itself is just a slime, a giant slimy curry, basically. Just
Oh, this is just absolutely awful. Like really, really, really awful. Okay, I lost my place. Just want to cast Firebolt on it.
okay. Go for it.
So that's a dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
Perfect. And then so that's 3d10. Where's my 10? There we go. 1, 2. So that's 15 fire damage.
Okie dokie. So you just send like, and you see like these fire bolts streak across the surface of it, and it's like when you sort of see the burnt curry sticking to the side of the pot when it's not being stirred enough. It's just like crisp black along the edge, but it barely seems to be affected on the scale of this thing. And that brings us to Lavinia.
Before we do that, can I use my bonus action to give Lavinia some bardic inspiration at this point?
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna just go up to it, and that means, let me double check how my sharks work. So yeah, as I move within melee range, they're gonna take 8d6 magical slashing damage from my army of sharks. So
Okay.
can I get a dex save from Rogan Josh, please?
You can indeed. So that'll be 13.
Yeah, that fills. So they 28 points of magical slashing damage as the sharks, frenzied by this horrible smell that smells almost like death, but somehow worse because Dream doesn't like it.
And you
Just
smell death. That's not fine.
Yeah, that smells like strawberries.
that explains that one then. So they swarm in and attack Rogan Josh, and then I'm just gonna try to hit him with
Okay, what I will say though is,
Well,
as the shark's frenzy,
Mhm.
the fact that it's slashing through it, the curry just globs back into where it had been previously, and it doesn't appear to be doing full damage.
Oh no!
bastard. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him with my warhammer though. 'Cause
Okay,
that's all I ever do. 26 to hit,
that hits.
and I'm gonna put a divine strike into it because
Okay,
that's what I do.
can you make sure you tell me the divine power separately to the bludgeoning?
Yes. So that is gonna be 11 points of slashing damage and 3
Okay.
points radiance.
Okay, so is it a warhammer?
Yeah.
Is it bludgeoning rather than slashing?
Bludgeoning. I don't know why. No, I was looking at the wrong
A
one.
very sharp warhammer. Okay, you look on slightly in horror. It's just like the hammer just seems to pass straight through it and doesn't do any damage from the bludgeoning. But it does take a bit of sizzling from the radiant as you see like
Okay.
the bubbles sort of like burst out with radiant energy.
This bastard. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Right. Well, I'm gonna stay here because the sharks.
Additionally, actually, let's see. Can you make me a strength saving throw?
Well, that's the one I'm good at, so I hope so. That is gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay, so you feel like the curry attempts to sort of like gloop onto your hammer as it passes through it, but you thankfully managed to pull it free.
Okay. Right, everyone, maybe don't come too close.
Fine with me.
It's trying to eat me.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I heard of a guy who got into some soup once and he came out with an extra eye and an extra mouth. That wouldn't be terrible.
It might be. You look terrible.
Dream.
Okay, so Dream's been assessing the situation. It looks like physical attacks don't work very well. So far, anyway, from what I could tell. So I'm gonna cast synaptic static. Synaptic. I can't pronounce it properly. Synaptic.
That's it.
Synaptic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that word. Psychic energy thing.
Yes, do
Okay.
it. Ooh.
That's
This
such a
could
fun
be dangerous,
spell.
as a creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected by this spell. And knowing what we know of Rogan Josh, there is a chance.
Okay.
Worth a try.
So let's see. What am I doing here?
I think it's 8d6. It's like
Yeah.
a fireball, but it's psychic, and if they fail their save, they get messed up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, 1 second.
Intelligence saving throw.
I've only had a chance to cast this spell once ever in my whole life. The one time I played a warlock, and it's so much fun.
I think that's that I have to make a saving throw, not you do.
Oh.
But unfortunately, there seems to be a certain mindlessness to this being, and it just washes over it, not doing any damage. And it sort of just like turns up and you see it's like hippo tranquilizer causes rabies in the frogmen of it's just like weird nonsense babbling.
Trust me, mate. I've tried hippo tranquilizer. It doesn't. A, it doesn't work on your auntie, and B, it doesn't give you rabies. Because I've had rabies.
Nothing like
rabies.
Snakes get it different. That is not a Psycom moment. That is complete rubbish. Sorry. I don't know whether there's any kind of rabies virus that can infect reptiles.
Okay. Well, I have an idea for next turn.
Whether reptiles can get rabies.
I have an idea for next
Reptiles
turn.
do
so.
not get or carry rabies, nor do amphibians, birds, fish, and insects.
So that's why it didn't get me high.
Boomslang, no! Don't listen to him!
So, anything else, Dream, or
Do I get another attack turn?
not usually, unless you have any bonus actions.
No, probably not. No. Dream's probably just gonna be confused by with Josh's response, like, what? So it feels like she took psychic damage from that. What's all about?
Another nosebleed.
Why should we go to play children?
Okay, and that brings us round to Boomslang.
So Boomslang is going to jog past Dream and kind of pat them on the shoulder and be like, I mean, better luck next time, right? And that's Bardic Inspiration. So you have a D6 that you can add to something whenever. My inspiration isn't as inspiring as Reg's. And then for my action, I'm going to kind of try and climb my way up this giant nervous system computer crystal thing. And I'm going to stab almost like a snake biting down with my two long swords, my two rapiers. And that's with a D4 from Bless, right?
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so one of them definitely hits, one of them definitely misses. One of them is like a 5 plus. Where's my attack bonus? Plus 9. So that's 14.
That hits.
Oh, wow, they both hit then. The other one's like 20 something.
Yeah, it doesn't have a high armor class. It's a big blob of curry.
Cool. In that case, feeling them both land and having seen the kind of the lack of much physical damage going on, I'm gonna dump in with each hand a 4th level divine smite.
Ooh, nice.
That's what they're for. So otherwise, if only I'd crit. So that's going to be 4th level. So that'd be what, 5d8? 5d8 each of radiant. That's okay. So the first one rolls pretty badly. It's 13, 15, 20 radiant on the first one.
Nice.
And another 20 radiant on the second one. And do I need to roll the piercing damage? They are magical swords.
Doesn't help. You just stab into them, and it just doesn't seem to react. So then you just sort of like pump the divine smite.
Yeah.
From beneath.
You see the kind of a ripple of like in the curry as the power jets into it.
Okay. So at this point, it's going to take its legendary action, which is it. So I would say it can probably hit Dream and Reginar in a single cone of curry blast.
No.
So
the thing is, if this was normal curry, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's curry that smells like body spray and old sweat.
like axe.
Stale weed. It's no way
specifically-
that weed is fresh. Like,
It's like stale weed. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Like the ashtray afterwards.
Yeah. like Amsterdam, yes. Worst fucking smell in the world. I'm allowed to say that I'm from there. I inhaled weed smoke, my lifetime's worth of weed smoke by the time I was 10. And I'm allowed to make fun of my own fucking city.
Valid. Okay. So,
Very angry.
can Reginar and Dream make a dexterity saving throw for me,
You
please?
get add a D4 on that from Bless.
And are you within 10 feet of me? Or...
I would say
not.
Dream probably is, but Reginar isn't.
Okay, well, Dream, you get a +4 to this from me.
Okay, I could do a lot of maths. I can't do maths, guys. Just give me a second.
And a +4 for me from Lavinia.
Okay.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. No, a D4. Sorry.
Oh, D4.
Yeah.
No.
25,
Nice.
Nice.
I think.
That saved.
Yeah. Yes.
6.
Oh, Reggie.
How do you even do that? Was
So I
that
rolled in that.
D4?
I rolled in. Was it? No, it was a dexterity. No, so it was 8.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just thinking. It's like I didn't think you could physically get that.
No, it was 1, 1, and 6.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let's do Dream first. Dream makes a save and so manages to like dodge out the way before much curry gets in their fur.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not getting this in my fur.
I feel like half of the adventure we don't see is just people like cleaning Dream's fur out of like whatever horrible thing they fought this week. Okay, so,
Boomslang just
So-
It
sheds
was a
his
horrible
skin.
week, the week someone decided to rub margarine on her.
yeah.
She's not licking that off.
Don't
so-
butter that tabaxi.
So Dream takes 5 points of initial bludgeoning damage. 2 points of fire damage from the spice, and 4 points of psychic damage from just how horribly banal this guy is. Reginald, however, gets caught in the full blast of it. And he takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage from the raw impact.
So I have my blade ward, which is resistance against bludgeoning. So
Okay, so that'll be 7.
7. Yeah.
Yep.
You remember to take your temp HP first, yeah?
9 points of fire damage. And 10 points of psychic damage.
This curry is
Right. Remind me again how much I got.
What?
Sorry, I forgot.
Chat, help us out.
Sorry. I'm not. When it comes to numbers, I don't pay attention. It's why I freaking talk to people for my career. Christ.
Let's say it was about 12.
Okay.
Look, it wasn't. It was pretty low. That was it.
Okay, that was it.
And furthermore, the space that you're both in is now considered under the effect of the spell Grease.
Oh,
Oh no.
wow.
Oh no.
You'll be glad to hear, however,
Funny
this
as
is,
the
however, a recharge ability that it has to attempt, to, like a dragon's breath, that it has to attempt to recharge on its turn. So you won't get hit back. So let's first of all roll that to see if it gets it back. No, you're safe. So let's go. And now it takes its actual turn. So it's going to take a tendril lash at who hurt it most? Boomslang. And a tendril lash at Reginald.
Oh wait, sorry, it's the start of its turn, isn't it? It takes
Yeah.
shark damage again.
Okay.
So that's another saving throw.
Yeah.
Dex.
That will be 10, which I'm assuming
Yeah,
fails.
that fails again. 25 this time.
Wow, these
So
sharks like curry.
They actually hate it. This is an aggressive response.
You see
Also,
these spectral
sharks
sharks
don't have-
gagging slightly, just like, somehow. Do sharks have a gag reflex? They do
They're
now.
ghosts, Alex. I don't know. Do ghost sharks have a gag reflex?
I don't know because they eat quite big stuff.
I think sharks do throw up, but then they usually eat the food again.
So I have just like found myself on a Reddit thread that starts with
and
if
also
you
on a
ever-
watch list.
yeah. If you ever get attacked by a shark in the ocean, try to slide down its throat. you'll initiate his gag reflex, and it will vomit you back up. Now that is on Reddit, so probably not fucking true at all.
I'm gonna go try it anyway. I mean,
Isn't that like? I mean, not exactly the same, but like with anacondas, if an anaconda bites you, you're supposed to push your hand further into its mouth because all it sees the back curving. So you have to kind of like go back down to get it out.
All while it's constricting you.
Yes.
Oh, on the subject of which, I forgot Goldenrod is out.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
My giant constrictor snake made of gold.
Okay. Do you want to roll a separate initiative for Goldenrod?
Okay, sorry to complicate the combat. 18.
Fine.
Okay,
So
so
we
that would
do-
be between Lavinia and Dream. So I'll just say that you.
I forgot he was there, and I was just treating him like a feather boa, and it's only
Yeah.
now that I've clocked.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yes. So yeah, we were attacking Reginar and Boomslang, I believe. So it does a 20 hit Boomslang.
No. Like hips out of the way.
This is like I mean, to make it nice and gross and also poetic justice for you, it's kind of like Slim but just with gross curry. It's like,
Ew.
I won't do the noises. You got to watch Isle of Kretos for the noises.
yes.
Yeah, please don't.
So this like tendril of curry just but you managed to sort of dodge out the way. And let's go for does a 25 hit Regina.
Oh, I think we all know it does.
So can you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Oh, this is shit. Oh, it's 16.
With
Okay,
a D4 as well.
So
yeah, you get a D4 for bless, so
Oh,
it would be higher.
I mean, you don't actually even need that. I will to save you some time. You feel like it's trying to suck onto you and like grip, but you manage to yank yourself free just in time. You do, however, still take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that halved already? Or is that?
No, that would be half again.
So
so-
3.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Grand.
Reggie Narwhal's been on Science and Sorcery. We just don't have complete audio from the live shows.
Yeah.
He's also got a shoe fetish.
He's also got other fetishes as well that we explored that evening. It's
Also
not just
that,
the shoe.
yes.
He's a character so exclusive that even though I created him, I have not seen the footage of what happened.
We've got everything but the final battle. We can put it up at some point. You just won't get the shoe action.
I think that I think you should get everyone to do the dramatic recreation of the final battle. Just
We can do
Switch
that because I
to
remember
lark.
it vividly.
Yeah.
But yes.
okay. Anyway, we're back around to Reginar.
So at this point, I'm just getting really pissed off. I'm covered in awful, awful curry. I don't know if this is going to work based on the fact that this is a sentient curry blob. Can I use polymorph?
You can
on
try.
this? Okay, I'm going to try.
Let me just double check the.
Actually, it's not a roll for me, it's a wisdom save.
He's not very wise. I'll give you that. Okay. Okay. No, I think. So let's have a look. Where's he? So he has -4 wisdom to his rolls. So that's 11.
So that fails.
Yeah.
So I really want to transform this curry into a gammon steak.
Can you do that?
I don't know if I can do it. It doesn't like I can't really see what it's
I mean,
saying.
the shark would love that, wouldn't it?
I mean,
not gonna
the
have-
question would
it's not
be:
gonna
would a gammon steak have hit points?
Stats.
I think
Yeah.
I think it'd have to be a pig, right?
Yeah, you can tell
pig.
him.
I think a pig.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to turn it Rogan Josh into a pig.
drops down onto the ground and takes 1 point of falling damage. But I think
How many hit points does a pig have?
I think more than one. I'm going to have pig stats 5e. That's what I'm googling right now.
I'm looking them up as well. I can't look them up. I have to buy a whole new source book on D&D Beyond.
Or we just cheat and okay. So a
Yeah,
pig
we
has
just use a different website.
4 hit points. So you got lucky there.
I'm gonna need to get these sharks out of here, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's gonna survive 8d6.
So yes.
What are we gonna do with this pig?
Eat it. Sacrifice it and eat it.
I don't know if this is metagaming, but with polymorph, if you reduce it to 0 hit points, it turns back into.
It'll just turn back into a curry again.
Are we still in combat order?
Let's say no for now.
Okay, Lavinia's gonna back up
pig running in
immediately.
circles around this room.
Lavinia's gonna back up. How long does the spell last, Reg?
Polymorph is up to an hour until we finish this, basically.
Right.
Let's see.
Cool. I'm gonna run around the room chasing the pig, trying to catch it.
I've got a hold monster. I could try and hold it.
I
Even though
imagine
it's on the
it's gonna be
monster.
I imagine it's going to be a very greased up pig.
Yeah, just really. Still smells of feeding curry.
Oh boy.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've. Anyway, I'm chasing the pig. I'm gonna try and grab it.
Okay, I guess contested dexterity checks for trying to catch a greased pig.
What a sentence.
It's gonna be a 19 from me.
Okay, it got a nat 20, so you like grab onto it and then it just goes, just like grease pops out the top and
I'm going to cast sleep on the general area where the pig is.
Okay.
Hold on, how many dice is that? 5d8.
Well, if you can't get 3 on 5d8, there's something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'll roll it anyways, because it does move over to the next person, so someone else is near him.
I'm very near.
Oh, I rolled 15. Well, no, it's not gonna knock you out. 28. So the pig's unconscious.
Okay, you have an unconscious greasy pig.
So
Shall we just bring this to we could just
And
bring
Joshua.
this to Andrushi?
And Josh.
Well, I think they want it. She wants it gone. So why don't we just like take it out, leave it out in the sewers, and then get on our way?
No, because in an hour it'll turn back into a Rogan Josh, and then it'll
Yeah, but it'll be out in the
sewers.
sewers.
Yeah, but that's not gonna die from the clown sewer gassing.
Can you imagine
Well,
how
no,
much fun that is to
it's
have to
the
go with
clowns.
The clown sewer, yes. What
Okay.
if we put it down while it's asleep, and then I cast a moonbeam on it at 6th level? It's going to do a lot of damage. What if we all cast a very powerful spell? If we all
ready,
cast a really powerful spell on it all at the same time, we'll probably kill it in one go, right? Because it's unconscious right now anyways.
sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I like this.
I was murderous.
I
In
like
our group chats,
Yeah, I like.
Lavinia is constantly like the mom of the group, and then she's like, no, this is how we murder this thing. In 1 minute.
But she's still, she's being very organized about it. That's still mum energy, Like, did you able to pick the spell components?
I like Boomslang was like lost for words for a second there. Are you okay, Sam?
Oh, no.
Sam?
I don't know if Sam can hear us.
I'm back. I can hear you again.
Oh. I'll take this down again.
You're not quick enough.
Never
This
given
is
her
why
that
I'm
button.
not the producer.
Okay, so are we gonna
So,
overkill it?
did you hear the plan, Sam?
I heard like lots of horrible things happening to this pig. Like,
All at once,
yeah.
simultaneously.
The pig. Basically what I'm getting here.
The juxtaposition of boomslang in the moonbeam versus the pig in the moonbeam is gonna be something.
So who's doing what?
I've got a level 6 moonbeam with that pig's name on it.
I could join you in the moonbeams and do a level 3 moonbeam.
That'll be a 9d10 radiant damage.
I think I don't need to get involved in that. I think that's enough.
No, this thing could be pretty
Dream
dangerous,
and
so it might be
Reginar-
best to be safe with this.
I
you
think,
know?
what if Dream and Reginar are just both ready with a spell to cast if it doesn't immediately kill him?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Are you going to cast a very high level shatter?
No, you'll see.
Oh, it's
I mean,
I like
So
this,
we should
actually.
all take a step back as well, because once this baby pops, it's going to get big.
Oh yeah, yes. It's yes.
okay.
I mean,
so-
it's not very. The radius
No,
isn't
no.
that
Once the
large, but
pig
it's very
pops,
high. Oh,
once the pig pops,
Yes.
it's going to become a huge curry again.
You're right. I forgot this isn't just the pig.
Right, we do
okay,
this.
so, I guess let's give me a sequential order of which order you guys are going in and what you're doing in that thing. Oh, I'll let Reginald sort of hold the mysterious last one.
Well, I'm going first, but I'm not
Okay.
telling you what I'm doing.
You're going first now.
Yep. No one else said anything. I'm going first.
Okay. Oh,
I want to fire you again. I just like preemptively. I'm trying to find D10s. Give me a sec. I'm
So
gonna
you've
cast
laid
a
the
level.
pig out in the center of the room.
Yes.
Hog tie.
oh,
Ha 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 ha.
No, we're not gonna burn some perfectly good rope. Okay.
I have to say, like, I anticipated this fight going down in some weird ways. This was not one of them.
Sorry.
so
Alright.
I'm gonna cast Blight.
A blade.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I thought no. Yep. Sorry, got confused and thought.
Yeah.
it was a touch.
I guess let's just see how we do. So Sam, I guess starts.
So Reginar is like clearly saying that he doesn't actually need to do much to kill this pig curry like chimera that we're about to create. So he's going to turn to Lavinia
Chimera.
and cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on Lavinia.
Okay.
Which is a wisdom save.
PvP.
Fuck. Wait, I'm near Boomslang, aren't I?
Yes. But I don't think. I think Otto's Irresistible Dance is irresistible.
Yeah.
But if it's a saving throw.
I don't think there's a saving throw. It's irresistible.
Why does
Let's
Sam
say
say?
there's a wisdom save.
Oh, there's a wisdom
I'm-
save. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe it's just
Oh my
irresistibly sexy.
I am wearing the hat.
So we would be close because we'd be coordinating moonbeams. So you'd have the +4
Yeah.
from me,
Okay, well, I mean, it's still not gonna help that much.
and you're still #blessed as well.
Wait, that's gonna be a... I am still #blessed. That is gonna be an 18.
Fails.
I've got high wisdom, but low intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
I
is
tried.
going on?
Okay, so who's going next?
I'll
I guess
go
I can.
next.
Maybe you guys can go last with your dramatic finish of your movie.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay,
I'll
so-
go next with Blight.
Okay.
If the Constitution saving throw, I have 8d8.
So it's a got to make a
plus-
Constitution saving throw, you say? Let's have a look.
Yes, you have to. Okay, that's wrong.
22.
Okay, 1 second.
So I'm guessing it takes half.
Yeah.
I got 45 though, so
So that's 22.
yeah.
So you just touch this pig, and immediately the whole pig just turns black, and then just like it kind of as if, for an instant, there's just like a pig-shaped lump of curry that just expands out. And then I assume you two are readying your spells to cast as soon as this happens.
Yes.
Yeah, and seeing Lavinia like momentarily start dancing, Boomslang's like, yeah,
It's
we
like
should do
it's
a
a very
dance.
nice it's a very nice samba. And then I just stop and glare at Reginar.
Boomslang's gonna be trying to match Lavinia's movements, like trying to be like in sync. And so is that a wisdom save again for Moonbeam? I think so.
Moonbeam, it's con. Because
Con
it's-
save, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Oh, this thing's probably really
I'm pretty
tough.
sure. Yeah.
14.
That'll fail. Who was that for? Was that for
Well,
Lavinia?
That was you.
We'll let you go first because you're narrating now.
Okay, so that's a fail, and that's going to be 16 points of radiant.
16. Okay.
Okay. And then it can make a save for mine as well.
17.
Damn it, that makes it. Reginar, you can't insult it or something? Are you not that kind of bard?
What?
Do you have cutting words?
Do you have cutting words?
I do have cutting words, yeah.
Can you cutting words Rogan Josh?
I feel like the pigs went through enough.
It's not a pig anymore.
It's back to being a giant curry abomination.
Well, I've been busy talking to the spider, and like getting a bit confused about what's going on. And, but like, come back to smelling this absolute horrible thing that's going on around. Cutting words.
2.
Yeah. Okay. Remind me how this one works again, if anyone can remember.
I think you deduct an inspiration die from their save. I think.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Okay. So I'm rolling a d20 to see what. Or,
No,
but
D8.
I lost
It's
it.
whatever your inspiration is.
What's
Might
your
be
inspiration?
D10
Is?
even.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be 5.
Okay, yeah, so then it fills. So it takes 39 points of radiant damage from
Nice.
Lavinia's Moonbeam. Which I like to think Boomslang's Moonbeam is like this little, like, spark, and then just...
Yeah, like Boomslang pulls his down, and it looks like a stage spotlight, but like it starts sizzling the curry, and he's like, pretty good that. He's pretty proud of that. And then suddenly it's like the real lights have been turned on.
It's like an angel has appeared in the room.
It's like if you're looking at your phone and then someone turns the main light on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh god, it's
that isn't enough to kill it. So I
Damn
think
it!
it's
Reginar!
Oh.
so let's see if it regains its curry beam. No, it does not.
Can Goldenrod try and do? Actually, no, he's not going to do anything. No. Goldenrod's in power.
Oh,
It
we
lashes
tried
out
so
for
hard.
Reginar and Boomslang again, but misses on both counts. And I think we'll just re-enter initiative at the top with Reginar, just to
We
make
tried
it
so
simpler.
hard and got so far. But in,
But in the end,
It doesn't even matter.
Curry.
oh my goodness, Alex. Bastard.
Oh, come on, man! It's my bedtime in 8 minutes. We need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So
The moonbeams are still active.
Okay.
oh, which does mean that Reginald doesn't have heroism anymore because I'm concentrating on the moonbeam.
Yeah, no one's got bless anymore either, because, yeah, moonbeam.
grand. I'm just gonna send another firebolt at this.
Okay.
I love how nonchalant Reginald is about all of this.
So that is a 12.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, it does hit.
It has 11 AC. It's pretty easy to hit.
I mean, it is a blob the size of a bus.
Yeah, so
So that's 3d10, which is giving me 17.
okie dokie. It's looking pretty charred up at this point. That brings us to Lavinia, unless Reginald's got any bonus actions.
No, not at this point.
Can it make another con save?
It can do so. That one.
Yeah, that's not gonna help it. Oh, I rolled very good damage. 20, 29, 33 points of radiant damage this time.
How do you want to do this?
So given that the two moonbeams are still active,
Yeah.
the middle being slightly brighter because Boomslang's is sort of inside
like a layered
of
thing.
Lavinia's. Yeah. And Lavinia just goes, and for not sure how it happens, but the brightness just increases massively, and like one of those pulses of when a spaceship goes into hyperdrive in a sci-fi movie, and it just explodes the curry all over the room.
Okay.
Is this super powerful moonbeam? Is it like hexagonal in cross section, like an Allen key?
Yes. But because it's so hot, as it splatters, it just evaporates.
So
Oh, good.
you're all just left with like one side of each of you just covered in like red.
But it's like it's not sticky anymore. It's just like dust
Yeah.
because it's been incinerated. Technically.
Food additive coloring number 38. Just so
Exactly.
And somehow this powder still smells like body spray.
Sorry about
somehow.
that.
That was impressive.
Regina, why did you try to make me dance?
Well, I didn't know we were going to be fighting Rogue and Josh, and he's got like a really good podcast. There's a lot of good ideas in there.
Sam is
Yeah.
fired again. And this one I'm doing.
Sam has never been more fired.
Basically, I knew you all had it in you to deal with it. Like after we got to the pig level, I felt like it was inevitable. So I just thought I'd throw in a spoonful of chaos just to keep us on our toes.
What do you mean? Boomslang's still
Right.
dancing, even though like
It was never passed on. Yeah, it was.
I think because it is getting a bit late, we'll save the questioning for next time.
Yes.
it was
Um,
time to think up some good questions.
yeah.
Alan Key.
So yes, you have evaporated the Rogan Josh, and I'll maybe closer to some clues to various mysteries. Who knows? We shall find out next week. Well, not next week.
Not next
At
week.
some
in 2
point.
Weeks. In 2 weeks. In
Will we
2
definitely do it in
weeks.
2 weeks, or will we doing that other thing because someone wasn't here in 2 weeks?
I think
I
in
think
2
we're
weeks
all
we're
here in
fine.
2 weeks.
Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, I'm
Yes.
available.
I think you're the one who said they might not be available in 2 weeks.
We are all proficient in calendars.
I am not. We will Don't know about 2 weeks yet, but we will definitely be back next Monday as Sam and I probably play Pokemon again. We'll let you know in advance.
The
what's
return of
happening.
Dick String.
Yay!
Oh, there's Big String, Bonk. What was it? What was Pete's name?
Bloodfish.
Needly Pete.
No,
Needle.
Blobfish.
Needly Pete.
As a Nidoking fan, Nidoking always been my favorite Pokemon. So Bonk for president.
Bonk is going to become a Nidoqueen, I'm afraid, and Sam was fired
I thought
because
Bonk was a pink one.
he put the wrong
Oh,
picture up on
That was
Twitter.
my problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm down for all Nidos of all genders.
Yes. But yes, we'll let you know what we're doing next Monday. It'll be something fun. Remember, write it on your calendars. Next week Friday, RP Geeks. Exciting stuff happening over on their channel that we're tangentially involved in. Charity stream on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, Sam?
Yep, 22nd of July.
Pirates
We're
and
back
Plagues.
with
Yep, so we'll be back
Plagues and
then
Pirates
as well. But 18th probably will answer some questions covered in curry powder. All right. See y'all soon. And thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.